All right, a little bit out of uniform tonight. As you can see, it says pizza time, because it is pizza time. Give me an excuse to throw another pizza down on the flat top griddle. Today, we're doing it margarita style on the Sierra Pit Boss Griddle. You wanna see how we get it done? Stick around while we dig in. That's right, today we are throwing down a pizza on the flat top, and there's a couple of reasons. First of all, it's one of our favorite things. Well, everything is our favorite thing to throw down on the griddle, but these pizzas are really fun and they're really easy, and we want to show you how we get it done. If you didn't know, I do a radio show here in Gainesville, Florida, and on my show last week, they did a list of the top things that people like to cook or have at their big game party that's coming up very soon. Pizza did not make that list, and I was absolutely shocked, so I was like, aha. We want to throw one down that we like to have for the big game or for any time. Tonight we picked margarita for a couple of reasons. You can use this kind of like romantic for your Valentine's Day. Got a shout out to Ralph the Baker. Sherry, my girlfriend, had showed when we were talking about this, she showed me this video of Ralph the Baker. I'm like, dude, I already followed him, but I hadn't seen that video yet. So shout out to Ralph. We're doing your way, the way that you did it. It is so easy. You want to follow along? Here we go. Let's get to the groceries. All right, so here we have everything going in from these Mama Mary's flatbread pizza crust. We've got cherry tomatoes. We've got olive oil. We've got garlic and butter, because we're gonna use garlic butter for the crust, salt and pepper, mozzarella cheese, basil, which we will be using as a topping as well as a garnish at the end, and of course, Parmesan cheese. All right, so let's get to the cook. So here we go. We're gonna lay down our pizza crust right here and just give it a spin just because we're playing with food. So we're gonna let that go for a couple of minutes. Now we've got the butter over here to get it hot. This is done, and I know the handle's gonna be really hot, so I'm gonna pull it off right now, because after the couple of minutes here with the crust on there, I'm going to flip it and put the garlic butter on there, and so that's just going to be a quick, easy process. And this whole thing is going to go very, very quick. It goes really quick. Once we flip this, we're going to the garlic butter on. We're going to put the sauce on. I can explain it. How about I just show it? All right, so we're about ready to flip. It's been about a minute and a half, but real quick, I gotta give a shout out to my boy Todd Tovin, because he hooked us up with these Pizza Planet shirts when we did a Facebook Live with him a couple of years ago. One of the best days ever. Todd, we love you, man. You're such a good dude. Thanks for the shirt. We make pizza, we gotta wear the shirt. So here we go. Just take and flip. And you can see it's getting that nice toasting. So now I've got this garlic butter, and we're just gonna brush it all over. One thing about Ralph the Baker, is right here is he did olive oil and garlic powder. I was like, you know what? I want nice garlic butter, but either way will work for you. It's very simple. Now we're gonna get to the sauce. Get that spread around. Look how slick this surface is. The pizza's just wanting to go with it, but I like to get my sauce edge to edge. So I'm okay if it goes over a little bit. So now we're gonna throw on the basil. This basil, by the way, has such a nice sweetness to it, and very earthy. I love it. Absolutely love the taste of basil. Now we're gonna take these mozzarella cheese, or mozzarella, and get it spread out here. Now while that's going, I'm gonna get some of these cherry tomatoes that we've cut here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now with this, I'm gonna take a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. Get that going. And we just want these to heat up, toast up just a little bit, and then we'll put them on. And our final cheese topping. So far, we're looking at a total maybe less than 5 minutes, Sherry? Okay, gonna let those roast for a minute. And we're gonna close the lid to let that cheese melt. All right, it's been about 45 seconds. Let's take a look. All right, so these smell really, really good. These tomatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this side. Move this over here. Now I'm gonna use the tongs to kind of place the tomatoes over. By the way, this whole cook has been on complete low. So the burners are turned all the way down, and we just want these tomatoes to come in here and maybe even help melt the cheese. All right, I'm actually gonna use this dome so it can be a little more concentrated with the heat coming up right up on those right up on the pizza to help that mozzarella cheese really melt. In fact, why don't we just put the Parmesan cheese right now so it can melt as well? The last finishing touch, we've got the 4 bay leaves, which we'll be putting on for looks as well as flavor. Right there, right there. That is your margherita pizza. Now we're gonna dome it and wait. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put water back here and cover it so it can dome, so it can steam and help melt. Don't want to, just make sure you don't want to get the dough wet. All right, it's been about 30 seconds. Let's take a look. There you go. You can see the cheese is definitely melting down underneath. We have the cheese nice and melty there. Let's do another 30 seconds. I'm going to do another quick steam, and then we'll go ahead and pull it. All right, so here we go. We're ready to pull and take a look, and then we'll pull it off the griddle. Look at that. That looks perfect. Here we go. I'm going to pull it. Look at that. That is a good looking pie right there, if I do say so myself. Well, look at that. Just look at that. I gotta say, I am so proud of this. Again, another shout to Ralph the Baker. Also, Todd Tobin for the shirt. Thank you again. But man, like we say, this can look amazing. Sherry, would you say this looks amazing? Amazing. And we have mentioned this so many times. Like we say, it can smell amazing. Can I get a smell, yeah? Smell, yeah, you can. But if this doesn't taste amazing, which I'm really hesitant to do right now because it is piping hot pizza fresh off the griddle, then this is all for naught. But here we go. I'm gonna take a bite, probably gonna suck my face inside out, or as David Portnoy says, melt my face off. Let's see here. Cheers, I'll eat to that. Oh,
Do you need some help on that?
Oh yeah. Easily the best pizza that I've made on the griddle, that I've ever made in my life. And there's one thing I want to do, and I will one day, is to perfect an amazing pizza dough from scratch. But with this Mama Mary's, this flat crust, it's absolutely amazing. It's got the integrity. I was worried it was gonna burn because of how long it was taking to melt the cheeses. Not burned at all. In fact, if you look, you'll see some dark spots. It may look burnt. That's just very dark brown that you typically get when you go to one of those like Neapolitan type pizza places where they have the wood fire ovens. That is it. It is absolutely divine. So gonna wrap this up so Sherry, you can have some. This is our dinner tonight, by the way, and possibly Valentine's Day, and maybe the big game. I don't know. So if this gave you an idea of something that you can do on your griddle or your outdoor cooking, make sure you give this a thumbs up. It's one way in which you can support us. Another way you can support us is by purchasing our cookbook that is out now, the Epic Outdoor Griddle Cookbook. We've got the Amazon link below, but you can get it at any of the bookstores online, as well as our upcoming book that's coming out in May, Smash. That is up for pre-order as well. So aside from coming to make this pizza banger, why else are we doing this? Because all we do is twin. With that, we bid you adieu, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and griddle on.